On this adventure with Lukimyu, we explore Phi Phi Islands
The davits have cracked halfway through.
and we say goodbye to Waterhorse.
Hey, you big teddy bear.
Never gonna let it go. Oh.
So the single best thing about cruising is all the incredible people you meet. So we met Mars and Jack in Australia just before we left, and then we met Ken and Megan in Newcow. Then we met the McCutcheons on Aquilon, the whole family, in Vanuatu. And of course, then we met Waterhorse, who we've caught up with again here. Now we're in Thailand, and they're coming for dinner. Hey guys!
Good evening. Hello, Lucky.
Just get that done. Big fin, so probably a whale, but not sure. And coffee. Coffee's. It was just there. Like,
There is a heap of fish in the water, absolutely going crazy. I don't know if you can see the splashing going on, but that's where we saw the whale.
humpbacks and sperm whales and stuff, they're all filter feeders, I think. I don't think they eat big fish, do they? Yeah, me. I don't know now. I'm starting to doubt my whale knowledge. I don't know. Orcas hunt. But, yeah, I don't know.
That would be cool.
An orca. Like, all I want is just one to breach out of the water. I don't think it's too much to ask for a Sunday
What,
morning.
with a spin or something as well?
No, it doesn't have to spin.
Nothing.
That's ridiculous.
There he is. That looked like a sperm whale to me.
You think?
Yeah, little tiny fin, just like we saw back in New Caledonia.
I heard it before I saw it. Just big deep breath out.
There he is again.
This is my suburban dream. I'm not
That is Phi Phi Island.
breathing in. My petty little worries are little spots upon the sun when I'm sleeping in.
We've turned the engine on this morning because we're running the water maker a bit low on water in the starboard tank, and the starboard engine belt, alternator belt, is slipping. So I'm going to start the day by getting into the engine and tightening the alternator belt instead of sitting down and enjoying a coffee.
That's so unfair. That's so unfair.
I'm not casting any
What flowers are you not throwing this morning?
assertions at you.
I'm downloading
Sorry,
Intel
Not a criticism. I was doing
Intel
it.
for our cruising life. Someone needs to do it because you won't. Same story.
Engine's still pretty warm. Denise, can you grab the silicone spray?
The MR service manual says there should be 10 mil or 0.4 of an inch of movement in the alternator belt.
Oh, gee, it's been pretty bloody hot still from running this morning. Yep. All right. I'll fire that puppy up. I'd like a bit more tension than that, but it's about all I can adjust.
Unfortunately, belts do stretch over time. $1,500? Go 2,000?
Phi Phi Dom, and these were our very large neighbours last night, but they were very nice and quiet. And it's a bit of an overcast day. I'm going to go and see if we can explore some caves around the other side. And I am just waiting for Jamie. He's up there somewhere. There he is.
Keys. Oh, these giant rocks that obviously must fall down at some point. It'd be incredible to see.
Cute little bay.
Beautiful little bay.
Very dramatic, very steep.
That is amazing. Really cool. Of sorts. That first, second run could be a bit tricky. We've just arrived in Phuket, in Thailand, and we are going to go and check in, if I can get this window closed, with Customs, Immigration and the Harbour Master. Tie-up trick here we do so it doesn't slide around when we're rolling around in a seaway. They're meant to lock off, but the reality is that they don't. Hey. Very graceful. Well, we are checked in to Thailand.
Unprecedented efficiency.
Yeah. 3 or 4 different offices we had to go into, but they were literally next to each other. And the staff were efficient, very, very friendly. It was the easiest process by far, so I think. Which is this? Country number 6 in the last 2 years. As we walk along the very long jetty. Oh, nicely entered there, Che. Did you get wet?
Quite wet. It's fairly racy out there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, do you need a hand getting this up?
Yeah, that's what I just
Just
said.
getting it up. Yeah, just
And-
that'll be up there. That'll be the guy's picking it up at the end of the dock.
Oh,
yeah.
is he?
Yeah.
Just saw this little stowaway get out of our boat. Hello. Hello. We got very, 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 very wet. We got 25 knots of wind all of a sudden. Very wet. We're going to move the boat somewhere a bit more protected. So I reckon we just go over here, Jamie,
Okay,
because otherwise we're going to stick our nose out
Yep.
here to try and get in there.
totally agree. We're absolutely soaked on Lily, poor thing. For us.
For us.
Oh.
Lily. She's doing it tough in the waves too.
She is. We are showered, we are clean, thank goodness, after getting soaking wet. And we're all checked in, and I think it's time to go drinking.
Not go drinking, we're going to have a drink.
Okay. Time to go drink.
I probably need to put some clothes on.
Do you think?
We've come in
Turn around and look.
into a swamp filled with angry monsters. Squidgingly stinky swamp, dragging the dinghy. It's like in the labyrinth,
Jamie,
the land of
Eternal stench.
I
the
really
land of
think
eternal stench.
that until you see my feet
And my legs.
and Annalise's legs, that you don't really get a true appreciation
But then we've crawled over rocks and hard shells,
Jamie?
dragging the dinghy, and then finally made it to the promised land of sand. All in the name of Thai food.
And to get rid of our children, to be honest.
Awesome.
I need a Negroni.
Luckily, something you prepared earlier.
I have one.
Yes!
Has it got a breather valve? A bit like the fuel tank?
It does.
Right.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do.
Give them.
Yeah, amazing.
Otherwise,
that.
you wouldn't be able to drink.
Breather valve. Cheers, Negroni. Oh.
Denise has gone bush.
Watch out for them snakes, dude.
No time to drop the kids off now, Denise.
Darling, you know how to lay an anchor. That's awesome.
Not going anywhere. More involved right there.
Well, after, I guess, 3 years since we installed our solar, whether it's related to that or whether it's just related to all the rough weather we've been in over time, where the tender is supported by the davits have cracked halfway through. Have a look. And that's gone halfway through on this one, quarter away in the other one. So I've just tied this up at the moment to stop any more movement that way, any more flex. But we'll have to get some welding done here.
No, that's not good news, but at least you found it before something broke.
Yeah. Bugger is it holds up both our dinghy and our solar. So, yeah, not good.
No, but if it's a metal weld, it's a pretty easy fix, and if it's just a crack, they can fix that pretty smartly.
Yeah, I totally agree. Unfortunately, it's not the weld that's cracked. It's the actual pole that's cracked. Over.
Oh, so you might need some new stainless.
God, I hope not. Over.
Well, we've made it around to the next bay, and my little temporary fix, as you can see, to stop that cracking get any worse. I don't think it would actually fall off because these big arms also support the solar and the davits. But we'll see whether or not we can get that welded up, and maybe even some additional pieces that might sort of go from here up to there to stop that flexing. I mean, even when we originally had it made, when we talked to Alec back in the Whitsundays, he did suggest that, you know, if it was a problem, we could always get some additional pieces made up. But whether we can do that locally in the time frame we've got before we have to sail back to Langkawi, because we've actually got plane tickets booked, so we actually have to be there by a certain time. So the worst thing you have with sailing is a deadline. And so what are you doing right now, Denise?
I am emailing the marina to see if we can get a berth around in Boat Lagoon to put the boat in so we can get this repairs done, because it's the sort of thing we need to be in a marina for. For the power for a MIG welder, TIG welder, arc welder, whichever welder it is, I don't know.
I'll just bleep that out, shall I?
Tell that sort of
Before you're
stuff.
telling this kind of stuff.
This is our last supper. Hopefully not ever,
Again.
but with the balls. We've got to go off and get repairs tomorrow, and they'll be heading off to Sri Lanka very shortly.
We have visas now.
You have visas? They always have. So, Thai food it is.
Again. Every night. Delicious. It was very, very good. In fact, I think the green curry was quite possibly one of the best we've had. And the massaman curry too.
Awesome.
Jamie, I'm cuddling her. I'm never going to let her go. Oh, she loves it. Oh, she's cuddling. Yeah. Oh.
It's looking pretty dark here, actually.
Yes.
I don't think.
Oh, look at the lights. Lightning coming. We are having the ultimate beverage with the balls,
What's the ultimate beverage?
as in the last.
Oh, the penultimate.
Penultimate was last night.
Do you like
Last
my
night
new
was-
movie lights?
Oh, very, yeah. I feel like I'm a star.
These are Lucy lights,
Quite good though, aren't
but
they?
they work well as video lights as well.
It's like the Academy
Don't
Awards.
come in here, it's too messy.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Kanpai!
Drinks again.
Tidak!
We have to catch up in another country.
Well, it's been six or 7
Right,
months.
we'll come and see you in Madagascar. That's the only one I want to go to that you're going to.
I don't know if it's just your colouring or your tan, but I can't see you. There we go.
12's alright.
What was that? Try and say it
No
again.
15 though.
When are we going to see them next?
Oh, we'll come to Madagascar.
Yes, I like to move it.
Move it.
I like to move it. Move it.
I like to move it.
You must be just
I
as
like to
tanned. You don't show up in the dark either.
No, it's very bright.
Oh, Jay, you're fucking fit.
I don't hug on. We don't hug on demand. No.
See you, buddy.
Oh, mate, you big teddy bear.
You look after yourself,
You
mate.
too, bro.
Be safe.
Aww.
Fair winds and following seas.
Oh,
Look
don't be
after
such a
yourself.
sailor. I'll be messaging you.
Keep in touch.
Oh, you know it.
Passage buddy.
Yeah, you know it.
I want to hear about it.
You know it. You will be. I'll be
Wednesday,
messaging
mate.
you. Ah.
On the next adventure with Lukimyu,
We're on Phi Phi Don.
and we celebrate the completion of our critical repairs.
We are this year.
No.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends.